When do we know when to actually regress a plan? I really like this image on the right hand side. So I really wanted to work out today, but my body said no. And we often get that kind of feeling sometimes when we just go, actually, we need to know that it's okay not to go to the gym today. You don't need to beat yourself up about it. But actually, you need to know that sometimes regression is needed and that's to protect your clients and so that your training becomes safe and efficient as well. So it's not always about pushing harder and faster. That's why we sometimes need more recovery time. So sometimes your clients' sessions do need to be regressed, and that's in particular if they're feeling unwell, if they are injured. If they are tapering training for a race, you might have more deload weeks, more of those active recovery weeks. They need to take more recovery, or they are overtrained, or they develop symptoms of a condition or illness. We want to be then regressing it and making it slightly easier for them. So let's have a look at what overtraining actually is, because I said about I just sort of slipped the word overtrained in there, and you would have heard of it before, but there are specific symptoms that you need to be aware of for overtraining. You need to be aware of this for your exam, but also when you're working with your clients so that you can pick it up and on yourself as well. So first of all, excessive fatigue. Maybe they get grouchy, sort of a grouchy mood, angry and frustrated. Quite often they are irritable and reactive. They often have excessive and prolonged DOMS, so that delayed onset muscle soreness becomes worse than normal, and that links in with the fatigue. That muscle soreness becomes persistent. Elevated resting heart rate. So if you take their heart rate, it's higher when it's resting because the body's dealing with so much stress. The increased illness and infections, that's one of them as well. And that might mean that they end up with like snotty noses, more likely to have a cold, sickness, diarrhea, all those type of things. Increased level of injury, depression and feeling unmotivated, insomnia, so problems sleeping, decreased appetite, and weight loss. Now, these are sort of in order. So the ones at the bottom are if this continues for a longer period of time, but really be mindful that your clients aren't overtraining, because it's not a very nice place for them to be in. There's a lot of nasty side effects in there, but it's more a case of it's not effective. They're going to get injured, and long term it's not conducive to them achieving their goal at all. So it is about having that recovery time and about regressing the plan if you need to. So how do you actually regress it? So really simple. Frequency, do less per week. Intensity, lower the intensity, so it's just like gentler or easier. Time, reduce the duration that they're working at, or you could increase the rest. The type, make it a less impactive type or a less complex mode of exercise. So instead of training really hard in the gym or running a marathon, they might just play football with the kids. So something where they're still meeting that health-related requirements, but they are less impactive, or they've got a different method of having some active recovery. So make it easier by reducing the demand on the muscle.